Call meeting to order. Here. Right.
Did you want to say anything?
Yes, I have any questions about the city inspector and what they were expecting.
Okay.
On my property, I I've since destroyed it because that's what I told him. I had a toolbox mounted to a trailer, utility trailer on my property. Lit on with U-bolts, permanently attached.
Okay.
I had received a letter saying that it had to be removed. I removed it on a Sunday. Called Monday, asking about what regulations, why it wasn't allowed to be bolted to the trailer.
Okay.
I didn't get a response back on that until Thursday. I had cut the toolbox up and disposed of it Wednesday night because of lack of clarity in the nuisance order.
Okay.
I was told that if I wanted to have clarity, I needed to attend a meeting, schedule a meeting to have come in and get clarity on what they meant by that. Is
Okay.
that correct?
Yeah.
So what is the city inspector paid for?
What is the city inspector paid for?
Yeah. What's his job to do?
It's to go around and identify properties with nuisances that need to be remedied.
Is it just properties?
Right. So the inspector that we have right now was hired specifically for properties that were identified.
Okay.
Yes. So there was a list of 16 properties that he was given to go investigate, I guess you could say.
And was this entry onto properties or just observing from the road?
He can go anywhere that they. And so that does include going on property, so that's their bar.
Because I will admit, I did have some automotive parts on my property. They were behind the trailer.
I'm pretty sure
My name is William Doolittle, 124 Street, Effingham, Kansas.
they probably everyone else knows you.
Probably not so. I think that's the first time I've been up here.
Oh, okay. I'm Patrick Hitchison. I'm the city attorney and I'm not a member of the council. The only report that I recall seeing about your property had to do with some painting that you had suggested to be done. Is there more than that?
Yes. First was auto parts, the toolbox that was on the trailer attached, and then unpainted wood surfaces on the garage. Yeah.
You give something, did he give you a letter or something?
I received 2 letters, one stating that I needed to request a meeting for clarification if I wanted to. I just took the letter at face value.
I can go get a copy of that. Pat.
I don't doubt any of that.
And after I destroyed the toolbox that was attached to my trailer, that would be pointed out. I'm allowed to have it on the trailer as long as it's securely fastened. And well, my point is, if it's allowed to be securely fastened to the trailer, and it's my property inspecting behind the trailer, you would have seen that it was bolted on.
Okay.
And yet it was listed as I believe removed.
Did it specifically say the utility box needed to be removed?
It said truck box, and it was the only possible box I had on the property that could be misinterpreted as a truck box.
Okay. I can't imagine that the city would request that you destroy your personal property in order to.
Well, to remove it from the trailer, I had to cut it off.
Right, but that's what I mean. It sounds like there was a big misunderstanding of what was expected, and that is also why it was requested that people make meetings.
Mhm.
So we know, because I mean, some of the properties that are identified have big things. And I mean, this was kind of like an initial, like, how do we how do we get you not on the 10-day abate mailing kind of thing?
The first letter she sent. Maybe.
Is that for the reason I asked specifically if he was on the property or just seeing from the street? Because I have pictures of the property from the street and I do not see any automotive parts visible from the street. That's why I'm inclined to believe that he was on the property. I would have been able to see the toolbox was attached per allowed regulations.
So it's a office, like Banksville itself. Was it a utility bed? Like like you chopped the truck in half, you made it into a trailer, put a utility bed, I don't know.
I have a jet ski trailer that I removed all the,
Yeah, all the jet ski junk off of it.
so it's just a flat trailer and a utility box attached to that.
He did. I don't know if he's seen you.
No. I think you tried to forward it. All I have is the letters.
Okay. It doesn't look like from the pictures he went onto the property.
I just want to see if there's a picture of this truck so I can see
No, it's not a truck.
the box, the
Oh,
trailer, the.
He's got a picture.
So Mr. Gillivan, did you clean all this stuff up?
Yes, I did.
Well, if that's the case, I think that kind of resolves everything.
Except for the misinformation about the box needing to be removed. I damaged my property, a usable piece of my equipment,
You damaged your own property and that's
per the city's regulations that I was informed on. With the threat of fines and liens on my property. As it states in the letter, you have what you're used to.
instead of coming down to get clarification, you want to make a second just related to the property.
Well, I get 10 days. That's 10 weekdays, whether regardless of holidays or weekends, right? I received a letter on Friday. The most recent one.
Okay. And within that 10 days, you write a letter.
Well, I cut it off the trailer and then called Monday asking about the specific information. And it wasn't until Thursday I received clarification.
All right.
Then Thursday, I requested a copy of the city regulations codes, bylaws for the stipulations for a toolbox or a trailer box on a trailer. That was last Thursday.
So what are you going to?
Okay, I'd like to have a copy of the regulations so I can follow them to the letter. So I know for a fact what I can have, what I cannot have on my property.
Okay. Did somebody get that for you?
No.
What is it to which your screen? We'll see. Jesse.
So he wants a copy of the nuisance ordinances. Are those chapter 5?
Yeah, it's not bad. That's the new size. That's how much.
That's I live in town. I've never received a letter. I've taken very promptly. If I had any questions, I called City Hall. And I had talked to Pat, and she explained it further. But with my current job, I don't get off work until 5:30. We'll work either at 8 o'clock.
Adam does get here at 7:30.
Yes. That I found out last week.
I think that's just, what he's wanting is Article 5 of Chapter 5. There's new term.
And the nuisance definition is it very clear, or is it as vague as the letter we received from them?
I have a feeling that the answer to that is subject to some interpretation. I think it's relatively clear.
Okay.
It may not be clear I'd like it to be. You use email.
Yes.
Um, ULAB, so
Yes.
what's your? Is this being podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll cut out his phone number and email.
You, oh,
I can ignore an email. It's easy. It's like people can remember a voice message. So, no problem.
no. What I was saying is this will be broadcast, and I didn't know if you wanted everybody in the world to have your. So if you can write it down, or you can type it.
You have glasses, your eyes probably remind Great job there.
The two
Yes.
I'm going to send you all of Chapter 5 on just the part.
You have to be clear on the nuisance orders. Is chapter 5 all nuisance? That would be sufficient. I appreciate that.
I checked, sure can. I will. Yeah, I will let Curtis know that you were here and that you.
I've since calmed down since the ordeal started. Very upset when I first found out after I joined that I didn't have it, that I was allowed to have it attached to the trailer as it was.
Mr. Doulaban, can I ask that in the future, if this happens again in the future before a permanent decision like that is made, you ask for clarification, even if it's beyond the date of the letter. I feel like everyone sitting in here is reasonable. We all understand busy schedules. We all understand that things happen, life happens. Um, and we wouldn't have wanted you to destroy something that was attached and useful value to you. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm a fairly reasonable person also. But if I'm to do a job, I'm going to do it thoroughly. As the rest of you would agree, if you have a job to do, you would do it thoroughly, correct?
Right.
Which would include a little more detail or
But I think also maybe these are made to be a little bit vague, so people do make those appointments so they can point out specifics, like the big things.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I do know that sometimes getting a letter like this also is like can be overwhelming. Like, I don't even know where to start right now. And so that's where that meeting would be important because then it's like steps. Like, this is what we can do, and as long as we're progressing, things like that. Yeah, again, that's unfortunate, and I'm sorry to hear that happened, but I know work schedules. I do, and I don't know if you get lunch breaks at all ever. I don't typically get lunch breaks. So
half hour of that.
yeah,
Like today, I didn't take lunch break, so I could leave early to attend this meeting.
right. Okay. I apologize for that too.
That was my choice.
But like I said, I think we're all reasonable enough to, hear your story and come up with a solution if there is something even that is in violation of what the ordinance says.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just preparing an email that purposely with our discussion.
But I do have another topic that related to this, but it is I have questions about it. About, let's say, the city damaging personal property or government property.
Okay.
Like, say, for example, a mailbox during the streets being plowed.
Okay.
If the city's plowing the streets and the mailbox is damaged, crushed by slush and ice and snow from the road being plowed, what is the liability on that?
That's a good question.
Because my wife was told the city holds no responsibility due to the fact that you can't prove it. Other than the fact that the slush and ice and snow was still on the mailbox when she went to check the mail. Now, this had been several years ago.
Yeah.
This is going to be very fact dependent. That is very dependent on what actually happened, whether it's something that we damaged or if somebody else did or we don't know about. But if a mailbox is legally placed and properly placed and in the course of our clearing snow, we damage it, we're responsible. That's not what we're doing. I can't help that. But it's going to be very dependent on making sure that the mailbox is legally placed. Because you can't just put it anywhere.
It's in the location that's been sitting since before I bought the house.
Sure. And I don't know whether that's legally placed or not, and I'm not going to give an opinion on it anyway. But that would bear into whether or not the city would be responsible for the damage. Can we be responsible for our negligence, just like most other drivers? Another driver did it. They cause reports. Hard to answer a hypothetical. It has to do with once there's actually something that happens.
Another issue is March 27th. I had called the city hall after hours because I didn't have an issue until that evening. There's a large pothole at the corner of Second and George.
Is now,
Has been since March.
okay,
My wife had left the house, went around the block. She thought she forgot something. My son found it, so she ended up coming up second and turning right on George. She hit the pothole with the right front of the car. As she was driving, it was going to the right. Didn't feel right. So she brought it to town for me to look at. I had her drive me to Murphy's from Express Loop. And as we're leaving Murphy's on 17th, we got maybe from here to that TV away from the stop sign, and the car just stopped. Got out of the vehicle, ball joint had failed, and the tire had turned sideways, snapping the drive shaft, or snapping the CV shaft.
okay,
I'm still waiting for a reply on that.
okay, so did you send a letter or something?
At the time, I didn't know I needed to send a letter. I called, left a message,
With you,
City Hall, after hours.
okay,
I have since repaired it.
so are you asking if whether the city would be liable for damage to the car?
Just for future reference.
Generally, no.
Okay.
Or,
What about repairing said pothole?
well, we have a
Yeah.
possibility to the public to provide a reasonably safe traveling surface on our roads.
There's ground level at pothole. To give you an idea, the same tape measure I was using. That's how deep it is. It's 2 feet across by 1 foot across.
That's one of the two factors. But then I come and the road.
It's been over 6 months and I'm still. Something on that.
Sounds like there's a plan in place to get that one addressed.
Yeah.
The damaged car is one thing, but if a small child's riding their bike and hits that pothole, it could be quite deadly.
It sure could be, yes.
I'd rather not have to put into that.
I don't disagree. It sounds like
You
the
did.
city agrees also that it needs to be addressed.
You said that was the second patch need to be fixed?
There's one and two that are getting patched when they're redo Howard.
They're redoing Howard? Good. Thank you. Because half of that road is undrivable.
Yep. There's one at Fourth and George, just a little
Basically.
bit south of Fourth and
Is that
George.
Rockets?
You know.
They're from.
Yeah,
Howard,
yeah, that's the big utility.
That's the big utility.
About 4 blocks from the first of Howard, yes. Driving up that street, you have to drive the flood plain to avoid.
Oh,
H&M
yeah.
sure
Howard's one.
Yes.
We're working on it though.
For those who are concerned, I just wanted to come in person and request the information about the allowable accessory to a trailer.
It sounds like anything that is permanently mounted or fixed to the trailer, as long as the trailer in itself is up to like a standard, like if it's a trailer that needs to be tagged or anything like that, I don't,
Not having flat tires.
yeah, like the tires hold air, things like that. Working tail lights or whatever, if it requires tail lights and all your.
Frame change trailer driven on the road or pulled off the road, you must have working lights, yes.
Right,
Yeah.
so I think as long as all of that is also in compliance and good standing.
insured if necessary.
Yeah, insured if necessary, all,
It's
you know,
very small.
right, I didn't think that one probably needed it,
Fairly
but
wide.
yeah,
That's why I chose it because, well, it's easy to maneuver in the woods.
yeah,
I also like if I had to, I could pull it with a lawnmower or a UTV.
right.
I think that's all I really had a question about. Want to bring a light?
Great. Thanks for coming in.
Yep. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You all have a nice evening.
Right.
You too.
Thank you.
I know March is a while away, but I don't remember receiving a phone message about car incident involving the pothole.
The only time I ever heard about Paul was sitting here.
I feel like we all looked at you like you get that voicemail.
Right? I was like, did I? And I'm playing through the months, and I'm like, something like that could cause the city an issue.
Well, I mean, it's possible that it couldn't have just, I mean, maybe it was the wrong number or whatever.
He
There
could've
needs to be
called the
some
city
follow-up.
shop, too,
Oh, yeah.
for all we know.
Yeah.
Right? I've got a answering machine down there too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
for all I know, you could have left a message down there.
That's true. And then in March, you wouldn't have gotten that.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have either.
Well, I can tell you from living in Kansas City, I've had numerous potholes that have caused issues.
And that
It
one's-
was not paid.
That pothole is pretty gnarly. I mean,
You're trying to up, but why would you do that? You're not gonna be able to hear it over that thing. It's gonna be inaudible.
not very.
It's loud.
No.
It's loud enough. It's gonna distort the video. I've been having to do this so I could hear him talking. Did you see me?
It's very soft.
I was like,
All right, moving on. First thing is I did talk to Curtis Wheeler today. He sent out the first 2 pages administrative orders. These are the last properties that he still has whatever their issues are on those issues. There are other ones that talked to him, like actually set up the meeting and met with him, that he's given them a later date
Okay.
because they've described the issues, they know what's going on, things like that. These are the people who have not called him, talked with him, anything like that.
So what is the next step on these? Since
Next.
some of these have not done
anything.
anything.
Perfect.
I also know that somebody was to receive a certified mail and be heard inside the residence until the door was knocked on and refused to answer the door. It's a mail. This, huh?
That's common.
Well, I know, but then don't also come in here and say you didn't know because you did.
So the next step, when I talked to Curtis, is we sent out the administrative order. You, the council, will designate an administrative hearing officer who will double check that I did my job and sent out the letters. Once they do that, they'll check the highlighted square. Then I'll insert the violations and everything. And then this is us charging them $150 fine, basically. Or we take them to court. So that's where Curtis wanted to know what's the city, what they wanted to do if they don't comply. The $150, and the invoice, or no fine and refer it to the courts.
I mean, I kind of think maybe we need to hit them with $150 first. And then if they don't comply with that, then we take them to court.
So he said that we hit them $150, then we do the exact same thing. We turn back around, send out the certified letter, the notice to abate for 10 days. They have those 10 days. He does the reinspection. If they don't do it, then we have the option again to fine or take to courts.
Can that be an increased amount at that time? Or does it still have to be the same
I
$150?
think in the ordinance book it's 150.
Okay.
We'd have to change the ordinance to increase that amount.
Yeah. So
I mean, this is just my personal preference. First time, you get fined 150. Second time, you go to court.
Yeah.
And then it's up to the judge how much you're going to get fined.
Will this be their third letter? Yeah.
Yes.
Their third notification? Come on.
Well, that's the 150 is the third notification.
Yeah.
And then,
Like you had.
and then they're going to get 2 more letters after this, right?
No.
No, yeah,
Like
they'll
one
get a
more.
$150.
Yes.
this is
And then 10 days later, they'll go and inspect.
Then they'll inspect, and then another letter, you'll just be the court.
The
Yeah.
court.
I don't know, how long from when we send this out to when we can do that notice to abate once more.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know if I can send this out and then the very next day.
Is the notice to abate?
Property is comply and they did all what they needed to do.
No,
They're
no.
No.
Well, that's what I'm asking. There's only 10 on here.
For the in progress.
They're-
Yeah.
They
So-
had a meeting and they have a later date.
Yes. So,
There's 11 on there.
There was only
Well,
what,
there's
four
one on
people that
four.
met,
Yeah.
4 people
Four
met.
now.
so there's a couple of larger properties. That are working on getting things figured out. They talked to Curtis and he gave them a longer deadline. That's
Okay.
all it was. The $150 fine Curtis said we could do, and then if they come in to complain,
It's not a fine though. It's an administrative fee, right?
I know it's a fine.
administrative penalty of $150.
Yeah, we can't fine them. We can fee them.
Administrative.
We can penalize them.
So the penalty,
Technicality is in the vocabulary.
so the penalty if they come in and like give me a week, I can fix it. Don't penalize me. Then we can waive it at the end if we ever need to. But it gives us a little bit more leeway. Where the court, once it's set, it's set.
So we agree.
So he
Fee
just
them.
We had some discussion earlier about appointing an administrative hearing officer, and I thought that Curtis was going to find somebody like maybe at Valley Falls that was gonna do it. But I don't know whether
It had to be somebody from here.
it does not have to be somebody from here, but it can be. It just has to be somebody other than the code enforcement officer who's appointed by the council and that.
So what would the responsibilities be?
Having hearings to determine whether the code enforcement officer is correct.
And to make sure you're doing what you need to do.
well, that's how I read the first one is making sure that I sent out the letters.
Well, and also making sure the facts that are listed in his reports are correct. But hearing the other person's side to say this is true. And then the appeal from that goes to the council. If the person's not satisfied with the administrative hearing officer's decision, it gets appealed to the council. So that's probably a little easier process to go through. Which we have not. We haven't had this before in several years, so. I don't know when the last time we had a case was, but it was certainly before I was.
Wasn't it the dog one?
But I
Just
think you
before
appointed-
we got on council, like maybe 3 years ago?
You appointed Anthony Aranda as the judge. I talked to him on the phone. We haven't had court since like,
No, it was in 23. I want to say September, October 23.
This would be in, yeah.
Oh yeah, because you took in 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do we still need to appoint that person? We need to find that person or is Curtis finding it?
well, yeah, I haven't talked to him about it, but. I mean, on one level, he shouldn't pick who are. who
I know,
the-
because it's
who
basically
the
checking
judge-
him.
Who the judge is, yeah.
It's basically checking him.
But I thought there was some discussion that maybe there was somebody about, yeah.
Oskaloosa
Was
or
it
Valley
Oskaloosa,
Falls?
not Valley Falls?
I don't remember.
I don't even recall that one.
Some Jefferson County town.
I don't recall that.
That gives us options. But it really it can't be any of us.
It cannot be, it could be any other person sitting.
It couldn't be Brian. No.
I've got enough people showing up at my house already.
I don't think,
Show up at your house.
Got enough people showing up. Everybody knows about that.
I'm gonna get you an off-duty sign so you can post it in your driveway when it's not your weekend. Not my problem, folks.
Call
It has
this
to be
number.
somebody that lives it. Don't
Don't
have to be anybody that lives there. It could be somebody that lives outside of it.
Yes.
it could be either. It could be somebody that lives in the city.
But they don't have to have any They don't have to be a judge or a lawyer, right? They can be a, okay.
You just have to be able to interpret our ordinances, I guess, and look at the
Objectively agree.
Agree to be impartial.
Like it out better than.
Yep.
They can't,
Does Valley Falls have a code enforcement officer?
I have no idea.
yeah, I know it would be. I was just teasing.
No, I mean, just in general.
Yeah, that's kind of why we didn't want it to, that's why we.
that's
had
why we
to
didn't want it to
begin
be you.
I know.
What about Bill?
Well, Bill, can talk to me.
I don't know. I have no idea. I was just.
with. It's already on the payroll.
I can ask you.
But one reason to have somebody from out of town is that if somebody from in town, they run into people all the time, and they may not be pleasant. Whereas that might not bother somebody that doesn't live.
I mean, Bill's been working for Valley Falls for a long time.
Yeah, he's the Valley Falls superintendent for a while.
Nice.
Does he live here?
No, it was out.
He was-
there.
Yeah, that sounds.
Pretty good person to start with.
He might be.
We'll shoot him a text tomorrow.
I mean, he might have to have more hours, but that's fine.
Bill McCoy.
He's the one that's helping him with the water and sewer. Alright. Everything.
Everything here, the sewer that
No,
like,
this is-
the ditch that quit working again.
like, I don't
Pumps, slash
Again?
everything.
You
that
back
what
in my email?
Yes, I didn't get, no, I didn't get your email.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, lift station went down again.
Lift station's out.
Check your junk
My
mail.
email, my email.
Well, check your junk mail because it's coming from the mayor email, not my personal email.
That mysterious mayor email.
You guys didn't get it? Did you
I
get
got it, yeah. I haven't read
I
it.
swear I can't. I swear I put you in there.
Well, let me look it. My phone's so screwed up sometimes.
I'm sure.
I'm sure I'll go there. So jump them all.
Can I ask a question since we're on like nuisances and stuff? What are we doing about lawns and
Yeah.
yards?
Oh, yeah.
Cows,
That,
cows.
that brings up another thing. Before we publish the freaking, nuisance ordinance, or do we have like a new, are lawns in the nuisance ordinance? Because if they are, we need to have a number of times that we're gonna tell you to mow your yard.
I got it, but I never showed up.
Exceeded at this point.
So
Cause I go through my emails every day.
I know.
and it never
technically
showed
on
up.
the letter that I put on people's doors, it says this is your only notice,
Okay.
but I don't know if there's anything that follows that.
Well, what I'm seeing.
But when I'm specifically referencing two particular houses that are side by side with each other, that seems like we have to tell them every single time to mow their
No,
yard.
he literally just mowed the front,
And then left the
and
back.
left the back. I
Uh-huh.
think he mowed the back. I think I drove past today and I think it got mowed. But his neighbor too, the yard, yeah, the
Yeah.
yards look
Awful.
awful.
And it does say in the ordinance that includes the flower beds with the weeds.
And
all
the trees growing up in them.
So can you,
That is in the.
what do we do at this point? Like, we're going into winter and it looks like fall, but you know what I'm saying, it's gonna get cold. And it just looks
It is.
awful.
I just feel like we're not telling you all summer when you need to mow your yard.
No, it's ridiculous.
Well,
Process.
You looked at up on George,
I rarely go down Georgia.
you know, right at your front door,
Uh.
it's still only about,
No, and like in that nuisance, it said
it's this tall,
something about
Give them a letter.
literally.
any condition which provides harborage for rats, mice, snakes.
That would
and
be
other-
it.
Yeah. Right here it says weeds, bush and woody vines.
This
Here's
is,
the
this is
person.
the example of a mess.
And inoperable vehicles.
Well, I'm just talking about you.
Right now. It needs to be on, now, two, needs to be on there. Because the vehicles too.
His front yard's mowed, but his backyard's not just all cut in.
Oh, yeah, and that though.
But that's still under.
Yeah.
So I mean, it essentially is falling to be safe back.
Does it say how many
It
times?
would say,
No, it's under nuisance. So
Yeah.
It'd be under the same thing that Kurt's doing
it's exactly the
Oh.
at
same
this
way.
point.
Yes.
Well, I think like mowing notices are a little different though, because you're having to do them quite frequently.
the
It seems.
mowing-
No, and I get that. But I'm just saying, like,
Well, you have some notices.
regulatory guidance.
Should have just fixed them up on other people's doors too.
I keep them in the back of my truck.
Yeah, well,
Whenever we drive past the house, I tell Max, we
We're
run
not
down
there
the
yet.
none.
Has he got a green letter yet?
Nice and Howard.
Nine.
No.
Then
Howard. This isn't
No,
on,
no, I know. Nice and Howard.
but no, this is on George.
Right there by the corner of the road, their weeds are this tall. I'll go stick on it.
I'm
This-
so tired of people not learning how to use a weed eater.
This is on
This
George.
town. We went to the dump one very recently, and Mitch was like, "Oh, not the weed eater," because we were gonna go to weed eat the Veterans Park or whatever. And the guy's like, "I don't know how to run that thing. I don't use them." And Mitch is like, "Yeah, most people in Effingham don't know how to use them because they just nobody weeds these."
What is the one on who?
Like,
Cal- She's finding
I don't
out.
remember.
It's on
I don't
George,
remember.
but it's right off of First Street. It's the second house off of First Street. You can see it. If you go down First, his is literally, this is the ground, his is this tall.
It's just from like his house, like the Wickham's house.
I'm just saying that it's ridiculous now. I have to keep telling people to mow their yard. I feel like you should get one notice, maybe two times. We'll tell
I
you that you
agree.
need to mow,
I agree.
and then after that, your warning is going to be, we're mowing it and billing you.
Supposedly there's something in there that says over 10 inches tall.
It is. It is up there.
10 inches tall is like a freaking
Yeah.
field.
That's almost
We need
Yeah.
to change that.
yeah. That
Like,
Needs to
6
be
inches
6
tall.
inches.
so what are we doing about like the trees growing up? Like it, what do you do about things like that?
It's also in there. The free-
Woody
like,
vines.
Are we gonna take care of that for them?
Is 10 inches not a little bit ridiculous for a yard?
Well, I mean, that's really a decision for the council, but I can, as a homeowner, there have been situations where it's raining a lot, you can't mow when the grass is wet, and
But 10
that-
Again,
sometimes we'll get to 6 inches.
I feel like we are a reasonable group of people here.
If we
Yeah.
knew it was raining,
When you get it to where you have seeds at the top of your grass, you got a problem.
But when you
Well-
get to that, it's usually going to be at 10 inches anyway.
Oh yeah, his is
So,
foot.
I'm not going up there with a tape measure,
What else-
but I know those weeds over on where I'm talking about are probably 2.5 foot tall.
106 George. It's a 106.
106 George.
And also that one's got cars that don't run because they mow around them, and I don't think they're tagged, and one of them's got a flat tire.
If we're talking that,
Is that
we need
a
to go over
neighbor
on Elizabeth at the corner, 4th and Elizabeth. There's an
Just-
empty lot there, and then there's a house there that they moved from over off of Howard and that green
Mhm.
trailer over to there, and they have 2 cars that are not licensed. No, wait, back up. Yep. Now it's 1 car not licensed, and I think the truck don't have a license on it either. And they had 2 trailers, I
Oh.
think.
Ryan has a lot to do.
Well, I know, but
Um,
that's a pig pen over
But,
there.
Yeah,
Brandon,
I think
it's kind of sounding like we need to hire like a
a mowing nuisance person.
Brandon is here on the corner down down the highway.
Yeah.
Because it's
corner of heaven.
because the mowing is just constant.
Oh yeah, well,
well, I'm not. That's another thing I wanted to bring up with this is the mowing situation. I'm very disappointed in how with Kate. What? I'm very disappointed in how Kate handles things with the mowing. When
That's like.
just in general,
Did she
why
not?
she's already done.
She's back in school,
Well, she's back in school. That's not through the mowing season.
but I think it was through summer.
It was through the mowing season, what we said. And she didn't weed eat very often. So I did remind her like you need to go weed eat over here, there, this, where, whatever. I'm just not. I know it's kind of dry right now, but
Right.
still at the same time, I'm. School's just.
She's not doing it anymore.
That's the problem.
She does.
That's the problem. That's what I'm saying.
You know, that's how you pass the order.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't. It was supposed to be it's still summertime. We're still in the mowing.
I don't think I was here that day that you guys did that. I don't remember.
Well, we said through the mowing season. We didn't say exact date, but it is.
yeah. Yeah.
It says very specifically the entire property must be cut, not just the front part of the yard.
Well, he did that. He did it like to like the edge of his house, like the
Just-
front edge, like the front porch, and then he did, and then the back.
So
He
it's
does
not
on the
really
stand.
much to make it-
So all of these people on this list have not gotten back with Curtis Wheeler.
They have.
No. they're not.
That's
These
the
ones
one
have
on
not.
hold though. Did though, right?
That one did.
Oh, okay.
Just the whole one.
Okay.
All of the rest, he gave until September 25th, to do their, before the next inspection.
And then he'll go and inspect it. These he'll go and inspect on September 25th,
No,
or the other.
these are,
Done. Ready to go.
yeah,
Right
they-
now.
no communication, didn't do a phone call, no email, no letter.
Do you take William Julian off?
Well, he'll go and inspect it
No, 'cause
probably.
he said this was after he went and inspected it again.
As a second.
The red paint
He didn't
on
paint,
here.
but see, everything else has been removed, but that painting part. Per the letter, he's done everything else. Except for the paint.
There's still vehicles there. that actually have their insurance.
Well, here's a question I have for you guys too. I mean, this comes up on a lot. It's like trailers with no tag. We have a trailer and it don't have a tag
Some
on it.
trailers don't have.
Well, they
Yeah,
don't
you don't
need
have
to.
to. If you're under 2,000 pounds, you
Well,
don't
we
need
do
it.
too. We have a lawnmower trailer.
Yeah, but, so I mean, we gotta be careful on that part too.
Yeah, but you can
We
look
have
at somebody,
multiple trailers.
but if you look at somebody's yard, you know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure
You
Curtis
can
probably
look
knows
at it, know like,
limits of it.
yeah, something.
So, yeah, these are just the ones who
These
have
are-
not reached out
That's
and
what, that's his job.
were
and
given
just
the
same job.
warnings. So
this.
they would require the administrative hearing order. Then in September, those ones that were given more time, if they don't comply, then they will also then receive the administrative.
So was the original letter 10 days to,
The original letter was, hey, the city of Effingham is cleaning. These are the things we saw. Here's some dates and times if you want to talk.
Yeah.
Then
And
the
then-
second one was
you have until this date?
Yeah.
And what date was that?
August 25th.
So has he done inspections again yet?
Yes. That's
Okay.
why
We have those. Let's look at that letter.
his his specific not this one.
Oh, the one you
Yeah.
gave us?
So like his specific went from all of this to just that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. So
okay. I thought it was all this too, I guess.
nope. So that's that
That's
next
that
one.
one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So like Culver, where do you send them for that?
That one I need to ask about because I don't because everything's been coming back returned. I don't know how to get a hold of that specific one. And I didn't know until after the first certified letter. And sadly, he had passed.
Okay. I feel like Charles told me
She is in.
a nursing home, right?
She's at a nursing home somewhere. Last I heard, I think I want to say it's not Winchester, but
I thought Holden.
yeah, I think it might be Holden.
So I don't know who's taking care of the property.
No one.
No.
I don't know.
Supposed to be taking care of his property.
Supposedly it was her son
Yeah, I think
or his son. One of
I think her son lives in.
yeah, it was
But
supposed
what
to
do
be
you do
her
in those
son.
instances, Pat, where we have persons that no longer reside in the residence, they're still alive, but like in the nursing home, and a family member was supposed to be taking care of it, like where does that go to? We can't like in good conscience find her.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Well-
Constitutionally, you have to give due process to the owner of the property.
On the other hand, they are still the legal owner of the property.
So
So she knows it's not getting taken care of.
But I think the ordinance actually applies to both the caretakers and the, it applies to possessor of the property, so it could be legal.
it says there's a son, Daniel and Amy Culver of Holden on the obituary. Her husband.
Well, we can look at it through another avenue also, I think. And the house is trash.
It needs to go.
And so if we wanted to do some type of a condemnation thing on it, I mean, I don't, I know we have a process for that we can go in and do a condemnation on it because it's not livable. There's no way it's livable. It wasn't livable when they lived there. So, and it's been over 2 years now they haven't lived there.
Is this property not on the list?
It is on the list.
Yes. So why can't we go after a condemnation on the house? And that would take care of everything.
But we'd still need to
It's on
notify.
George, right there. It's two houses behind Martha's. It's a blue house.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Yep, I know exactly what house you're talking about.
So I mean, my opinion is go after the condemnation because we can do that. And I mean, it needs to be gone. It's a hazard right now. Big time.
You're saying condemnation. We had a demolition. Is that what you're talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we do have a process for that and we did it a year and a half.
We did it on that house over there on Howard.
Actually, we started to, and then the person came.
I was gonna say that one took forever.
Yes, but that's why we need to get started on this now.
Are we doing that with the city, the school's house?
Yeah, they
It's
asked
supposed to
that.
be.
Curtis. We don't need to do a process.
He's
It
taking
doesn't
care of
need to be
it.
a Process.
It's been taken care
Okay. But I was doing that because they wouldn't have to pay the tipping. They may have to pay the tipping fees.
I spoke to Curtis about that specific property and he was like, well, usually if we write letters, they start fixing up the property. I was like, they don't
don't
want
want
to
it.
do that. They don't want to, they want us to do this.
As
And-
part of that process, we're going to assess back the cost of doing it against the property.
Huh? I really dislike that.
Could we go into executive session to discuss?
of. Non-elected versus.
Attorney, well, I think it'd be.
Attorney-client privileges.
Attorney-client privileges.
Yes, and that's, you're right, we probably should have done that before we started talking about any specific properties. That would,
I make a motion, we go into executive session for attorney-client privileges for 15 minutes.
Second,
15.
I'll second.
we're back from executive session. No orders were made.
I make a motion, we go back into executive session for another 15 minutes
For what purpose?
for client attorney privileges.
Okay, do you have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Any opposed?
I was wondering that. Let's step out.
I was gonna say.
Okay, we're back in regular session. No motions were made during executive session. I'm gonna say we need to start.
Next time.
So really quickly, I did talk to Jason from B&G. We got an email about the HB 2302, which is all of the sewer rate and stuff. He sent 3 different options that we can kind of game plan on. Option 1 is apply for the water well construction again. Option 2 is apply for all of the sanitary rehab projects. He says it's probably a little hefty on the cost for what it's been funding. And then option 3 is apply for a portion of the sewer rehab projects, like the East Lift Station and maybe some line rehabs around it.
I think that sounds like the
that
best
one's
one.
we did go with. Yeah,
We don't need to worry. I mean, like that's the
That's-
most,
that's our problem child.
yeah. The most critical.
Ryan's
Was
problem
it
child.
Just make, I mean, and I don't know what is all written in that. I know I was talking to Sam, the engineer, on it, and depending on how those were written, we're still gonna incur some costs, right? Because there's like, when we move that lift station, because the lift station that we have got currently is too small, so we're gonna have to dig a whole new well down there. And when they do that, they're moving it to the north, which is in the road. The road's gonna have to be moved to accommodate it. So he's like, that's not gonna be covered under this.
The
That's,
movement of the road.
yes, she's like, that portion of the construction will not be covered.
The other part, though, moving the line will be covered,
Right.
just not moving the road.
Since it's a dead end road, do we have
It
to?
is in fact not a dead road.
It's not.
No, Seabury loops around into the alley. Because that's 301 Seabury is the lift station, right? And that pavement goes directly into a gravel down. Because that's how we get there every night.
That's the one you guys take.
The alley behind, like over behind Tony.
Yes. It's in front of the town.
But needless to say, we got the lift station fixed. It's fine.
You
Would
better
you have
drive
to-
I'm gonna go drive past it. And
Did you burn sage? What'd you have to do end up doing with it?
We pulled the pump, pulled the impeller, replaced 3 seals inside of it, put it all back together, and then got it running.
Is this the new pump that you pulled?
We're gonna use that term very loosely. I'm not 100% sure that the pump actually was replaced.
Oh.
If you look at and I wish we had the bill right in front of us, but the bills that he showed me from last year, the $16,000 one, it says
Like a refurbish?
repair. It says repair pump.
We were told
Oh.
that's new.
So,
You were told
so
it was
we
new.
need to, something else that needs to kind of be taken into consideration. I'm not sure what it is entailed when it says repair pump, and it was $16,000. Right now, Lloyd still has our other pump, and he's repairing it.
The $16,000, if you look at the email I sent, it was broken over 3
Yeah.
different call outs.
Right.
The repair was, I mean, granted, $12,000 of the 16, but
So just be advised like that.
I feel like we need to find a different person.
So
Can you just be a pump person? Like you got it, right? You fixed one.
I'm real close. I'm real close to figuring out how they. The problem is that once you get above it into the electrical part of it, I'm not 100% sure because I've never seen the inside of one yet. I'm sure it's coming until we get new.
Might be on
superstation,
YouTube.
But
Oh yeah. you
so I
can do
can't
your
find
thing.
that particular. If you think I haven't tried, because before I had called Lloyd the first time, I was like, I'm sure we can do this ourselves. And then, I mean, Lloyd knows everything there is to know about these pumps, and he's like, oh, he's kind of selling me. Basically, the way he said it, I felt like the parts were porcelain, and if you took it out, you could automatically chip it. But we went down, we bought a couple of things from Harbor Freight, got the other pump pulled, only because I'd watched you pull one already. So I was like, yeah, we can do this. We pulled it apart. I think we had to go in and buy a couple of wood wedges, but besides that, we got it apart, got it together. It took us less than 2 hours
Perfect.
to do it all.
That's
The
awesome.
problem was that we had Wheatland came and pumped it twice. Both the times that they pumped that station, it's 2.5 trucks. But it was quite a bit. When it was overflowing on Janet's property, which the Purdy Max is the first time it's ever done it there. They
No.
news of.
It's
I'm not
been
saying that
before
it
it
isn't.
has.
The weird part about that is that it's higher than the lift station and both the collection points.
It wasn't tampered with, was it?
No. But it's a question of why is that one overflowing when the other 3 portions of the system are lower. We jetted and cambered the line in between the east collection point and the lift station the week prior. It could have been that when we jetted it, cleared out all the solids that were in there, that pump was just working incredibly hard at that point because now it's getting a mass inflow that it wasn't getting before. It's hard to tell. The problem, like, it's going to continue to be a problem. I'm just settled on that lift station's just going to be the one thing that I'm going to have to deal with the rest of my time here until we get.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll get replaced
I'm
before
getting a good handle on how it operates. And most people use Gerber there in Ashton if the
Oh,
electrical component
yeah.
goes bad. So now that I've figured out the pump situation, I know I can always call Gerber. They know how to operate, how to work on the control panel and everything else. So sooner rather than electrical pumping to cut the point out. Lloyd, we just get ports through bodies and anybody else.
Yeah.
Get that discount.
Well, like him repairing the motor that he has right now.
Goodness gracious, I don't even want to start
Worse.
how much that's going to cost. He's got it. So he pulled the impeller off of it, pulled the shaft out of it. The shaft's shot, the impeller's cracked. The housing above the impeller that was leaking cracked, which is where it was seeping out of.
Like,
The
is it worth
field we
fixing?
replaced, huh?
Is it worth fixing?
I don't, be honest, I don't know how much that pump costs. So it could be worth fixing that. And he said that he's been waiting on a pump for months for another.
I would say the problem is that there's no pump. You can't just buy one.
Yeah. So
Didn't we? I'm just going back, thinking back. I thought that when that one pump went out, we bought a new one. It's supposed to be new. I know. And then he turned right around and we had to buy another.
So that was stuff for the submerged station.
Okay.
Yeah,
They had
That was
four
the one that
submerged
had the
stations,
That by-
buildup and stuff on it or
and
something.
that had to do with the grinders. There's no filters involved in it.
Yeah.
Something was wrong with the grinder. What he did was he basically had to pull the whole entire pump out, and he just flipped over the grinder so that it operated correctly.
One of these days, like, I want to go on a little field trip around Effingham and like see the lift station, see like I just need a visual of like,
Not when it's 100 degrees out.
Well, I know that.
That's my favorite time to take the city council places, is when it's hot.
Well, I know that there was a time whenever Janet
I
turned
guess in December.
the city in
Oh,
to
no.
KDHE on that sump pump on that sewer over in her pasture.
Yeah.
I know there was a time when she did that.
Oh, which brings me to my next question.
So 10,000 gallons.
Yeah.
Measurable gallons is that's a built in.
how are you supposed to measure that?
As long as you're under 10,000 measurable gallons, you can't get fined.
You can't
Which
get
is
fined.
why they kind of got away with however it was overflowing before.
Because it was less than that.
Right.
Well, to hear her tell it, it was like covering the whole
There's
field.
that amount.
To hear her tell it, it was covering the whole field.
Yeah.
But that's before I moved here, so.
So my question is, we know that that is a problem. We know that it's a problem that it, for whatever reason, backflows into that particular place. And we get that little part of land, tile it up real nice. So that way, when that fails again, it's collecting. And when the pumps start working again, it'll hopefully, in my mind, maybe it doesn't work like this and you can tell me I'm stupid. Once the pumps start functioning again, it'll drain back down in there and pump to the lagoons like it should.
So my largest concern. So with that overflowing where it's overflowing at, if for some reason it stops overflowing there and it should be, now we're gonna have it going into people's basements.
I don't want that.
You see what I'm saying? It is getting a pressure relief there for some reason. I don't know why. It's something that
And I'm not saying like
Well-
cap it, shut. I'm not saying that at all. Like the area around it, like put some tiles down or something to keep it from seeping back into the ground where it could just drain back into. I guess you'd still need.
Oh.
That was that was
Yeah.
a dumb idea.
I mean, in
It's a good
the
idea, but
other
in
side of
theory,
the other side of that too is if
you need a little.
we
sump
would have
pump to pump it
never
back down
known
there.
this was happening
If she had
if
reported.
it hadn't been if it hadn't been for Facebook, right?
Yeah, that's my other problem. That
She's
is
not,
literally
she's
my
not
other
gonna
problem.
call us. She's not gonna call us and tell us.
We'd have never known
Well-
if it wasn't for the and it is what it is. We got it. I went out there and handled it. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I just wish that somebody would have told me earlier, so I wasn't out there at 8:30 at night.
Until 1:30 in the morning,
Oh, wow.
because I was talking to him when I got off work at the hospital.
But
That I have a question about that, Pat. When we have that kind of thing happening, where the pumps quit working and the sewer was backing up and overflowing, and instead of reaching out to the city or anybody that could do anything about the problem, it was just like live streamed to Facebook. Where then is like our liability as a city?
If you want to talk about that, where we've been talking about.
Okay. Any
When I
who's
say
he what?
we, I mean you and I, not.
Yeah. Any who's he whatsies, we're in for a kind of a large bill from Wheatland now and Wheatland pumped.
That was the only choice though. That's
Well,
what it
at
is.
the time, that was the only choice, only because that's the only person I know did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we know Austin does it, and Austin's got, his truck isn't quite big enough, but he's got a pump trailer that is big enough
Oh, excellent.
to pump, so. Austin's like, call me if you ever need it again, he's like, I'll help you out.
I appreciate you working with Austin about things. It's
It's
refreshing.
Like,
He's
he's
easy to work.
he's a man of many parts, he has sand and everything.
He should be your go-to person for everything, apparently. First call.
I wish it
Yeah,
had
go
what
for it.
time she posted that on Facebook Live.
I know.
Like my mom sent me a screenshot at 8:21.
Uh-huh. And it had been over an hour according to the thing that had been posted. Like an hour ago, is what it said.
It's fixed now.
Yep,
That's good news.
Because Ryan is amazing.
I know. We're happy we have you. Very, very, very happy.
I was like, please don't quit.
How long? How long
You guys just keep that mindset when you get to the Skyview bill.
Started the 1st of June.
Back up, it's not cheap. But they did waive the truck.
Not very long.
What?
Wait, the truck.
They waived trucks. That would have been $300 more.
Oh my God, are you?
He's done more
Clearly. He's done more
Okay.
than
Right.
most.
Moving on. Yeah. Barney Associates, this is the engagement letter for the audits for 23 and 24.
And they're good to go.
Yeah, April said that she would work on them as soon as she got all the stuff from Christina. She's just kind of waiting on the letter to get signed and turned in.
Once you guys sign the letter, then Tuesday morning, because Monday we're closed, Tuesday morning,
We gotta
gonna
go off on Friday.
leave the notes for Lisa to send to Christina. Christina's gonna send her everything for 2023 that's completed. They're fixing a few things in 24 still with G-Works, just like journal entries and things. And then we'll send all of that to her as well.
We're like almost caught up on our audit. Like we're like really close.
Yeah,
We'll
we're gonna
be-
be rolling right into 25.
Right into it. Yep.
But
That's fine.
making progress, and they hired us back. Or we.
Thank you.
for reaching out.
Thank you.
So it's 85.
Since you're gonna be off tomorrow,
Mhm.
will you be okay if I scan this and send it?
Yeah,
To
that's
April?
right.
Because I'm assuming Lisa doesn't work Fridays,
Mhm.
so we're just closing tomorrow.
Yep.
Are you guys okay with that?
Yes.
I just send this
Thursday.
so we can hurry up. What?
We're close to more.
You're not.
We're 85 per year.
Yeah,
So do we have to vote on that?
right? No more than, is that how it was
We
phrased?
estimate that our fee for the audit will not exceed 85. per
Not
year.
exceed, okay, so yeah.
Do we have to vote on it? Excuse me.
Can you motion?
Yeah,
I think so.
I'll make a motion that we
Signing.
sign the engagement letter for Barney Associates for the 23-24 audits.
Second.
Any opposed? Okay,
We didn't vote though. I
you seconded it, yeah. And
You
then I
said any opposed.
Oh, all in favor? Sorry.
Aye.
Any opposed? That was all quiet.
Sorry.
Wait a minute here. We gotta move the stuff there.
I just didn't want to get us in trouble.
Ryan, I almost thought that was your Caterpillar stuff
Man,
when it went down the
I
road.
said third story.
Okay.
next is the Caterpillar stuff.
Before you jump into that, before we jump into capital, so pass that around. That is the bill for two of the things that had to get fixed on the backhoe, $3,300. That's for the oil pan gasket and for one hydraulic.
She was gonna say 33,000.
I thought you too. I thought
Like 3,300.
Yeah, 3,300.
Okay, I thought.
Ryan, I was kind of having a little bit of a panic
thought
attack.
so
here.
No.
Say 33.
I
It
know.
just-
really weren't.
Now, but
I
grand
would've said
scheme of
sell it.
things, that backhoe's probably worth $8,000 as it says. And we just spent
wow.
$3,300 on it
Oh, man, we just.
so that I can sell it. You know,
$2,900
We need
in
to-
labor.
We need to get rid of it.
that's because, like I told you
The
guys,
coupling and,
either they had to pull the engine or drop the axle on.
yeah,
Dude.
that's a lot. And it's
So,
not no light thing to do.
no, it was. I'm just. It was. It isn't cheap. Like maintaining equipment isn't cheap. This is just. I'm trying to solidify everything that's here for me. And if that was to happen to one of these pieces of equipment, we wouldn't. You guys probably wouldn't even know about it.
They come get it and be gone. We have another.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just would switch it out too, right? We
Right.
wouldn't have to wait on.
We would get there's zero. So the good thing about Caterpillar, there's zero downtime. So if there's a major repair that had to be done,
They
they
bring a
would
new one.
bring a trailer up with one on it. I'd have a loaner until ours got fixed. So I wouldn't have any downtime. Unlike here, that was sitting at Skyview for almost a month.
When you pulled the pump, who pulled it? Did you
What?
pull it?
What do you mean?
Said you pulled the pump for the lift station?
Oh.
Did you pull it?
Me, Bill, and Max.
Okay.
Yep. I went down to Harbor Freight, bought a come along.
Oh, okay.
The thing, because not a come along, it's a chain winch, but
I
ours
think I
was
told you
busted.
about a chain hoist or something. I
Yeah,
don't remember what it said.
ours was busted, so I threw it out. And then
Yeah.
3 weeks later, I needed one. I had to buy one.
But I mean,
Well, I guess I'm going to Harbor Freight, bought those. A few other odds and ends that we needed for tools. I got some of the tools at Napa. They didn't have the rest of the stuff I
Yeah.
needed, so.
I thought you were gonna say 33,000,
No, no.
3,300.
I would have.
No, Mark called me about it, and he's like, you're probably looking at like a little north of $2,500. I was like, yeah. The problem is that I couldn't have sold it the way it was.
No, you could have got no
Because
value.
as soon as I started it up for Purple Wave and they were taking pictures, they'd have to take pictures of the oil spots that are
And that's the right thing to just get it fixed and
Well, I mean, and it's not fixed. We're still about $6,000 away from it being right.
But it's fixable.
It's fixed to where I can sell it
Sell
and I
it,
can
yeah.
use it.
That's
Oh,
the-
yeah,
that's
That's
main
the
thing.
important part.
that's
right?
the key right there.
For now.
Yeah.
and it's best to sell it than keep it.
so do we have it back?
It's sitting down there in the shelf.
So purple wave it?
Yeah.
How many hours? does
That's
it-
$135 an hour.
$135 an hour?
That's the shop hour. Which is another thing too, with Caterpillar, there's $200. Be glad we're getting warranty.
Yeah, no, I was just like, they listed everything, they listed the quantities of everything except for their hours and
Yeah,
their price per
They
hour.
usually don't. I didn't do it for Heritage either. I didn't let anybody know I was charging $145 an hour.
So we're looking at the.
You guys wanna look at this?
I don't
or
think
you-
so.
Is that the,
No, that's
No, this is the bill for the
Old one,
backhoe that we have to keep sinking money into because it is old and wasn't maintained
Hasn't been
appropriately
maintained.
and
okay. So if we're looking at the cat stuff, so we're looking at a difference between 5 years and 7 years. Am I correct on that? Okay. So we're going to pay the same amount.
I think your balloon payment's the difference there.
Yeah.
Also, I know he sent a thing out. Did you send out a thing from Brett to you about over the 500-hour limit?
I didn't send it to the council, but basically he said the 500-hour limit is not like a max cap or a clear line. If we go over, he can call Caterpillar and kind of give, like, it's,
But also-
It'd be an adjustment then, not something they could give us a quote on. Because say I only do 550 in the year. We're just gonna have to pay for that extra 50 hours. However, Caterpillar does it.
But
It's
he
not
said
a
it-
fully thing, it's a Caterpillar.
Yeah.
It
Right.
was my understanding though, he said like it was over that span of time.
Or right.
So like then maybe the next year you only spent 400 hours on it. And then we'd still
Right.
be okay
Yep.
50 hours.
Yeah. So it's at the end of that.
so this isn't a lease purchase, this is just a true lease?
Yes, this will be a real lease because I know, so Baco, we went through a bunch of paperwork. Baco was purchased on a similar program, through, it's called Skyview now, but it used to be St. Joe Tractors. It was purchased on a similar program and at the end of their 5 years, they bought it. Probably, I mean,
paid more than they should have.
I mean, at the end of the day, I would, because the reason you lease equipment is so that you can get new equipment at the end of that lease.
Well,
Right.
another reason that you do it is because municipality can't call them.
Yeah.
And so you can do it through a lease. You can get around the Kansas cash basis law. There's an exception in the Kansas cash basis law for lease purchases. So it's a very popular way for small governments to purchase big ticket. So, but this is just a genuine lease.
This would be a genuine.
And we would not own the property. Right.
Correct.
At the end of it, we would turn it back in
We
and get
would
a new
want
one.
to renew a new lease with a new piece of equipment.
Do you think it would be better as far as what you see to do 5 or 7?
I do this. So the good news about 7 is kind of like Brett was saying. At the end of 7 years, traditionally, you're at end of life on that piece of equipment. If you use the 500 to 1,000 hours a year, you're usually at the end of life, and now it's just going to become a money pit like ours. So that's why usually you'd be like, hey, let's get a new one. I do 7 years on it, only because whatever that annual fee that we pay, plus the $1,700 that we can just continue doing that warranty on it for those 7 years. It just makes more sense.
Like if you're wanting to keep it, it might make more sense to do the shorter lease.
Right. I would, again, though, and I wouldn't suggest, I'd suggest doing it to where it's just
Always renew
turn
it.
in,
Yeah.
So
It just makes more sense to me.
the thing is, either way we go, we're not gonna be responsible for their maintenance and repair.
Right.
Right.
They're gonna be responsible for
The only
that.
thing I'm.
Unless they can prove negligence.
Yep.
But we know we're not gonna have negligence
not
because
have
Ryan's running it. So,
We will not.
but I mean, I agree with you. I kind of want to just see what the 5-year spanned out on with the pricing and stuff. But I agree that 7 years is the way to go on both of them. And yeah, it's a little bit of money that we're gonna have to spend, but we're saving a lot.
Or also
I was
hemorrhaging
saying,
a lot of
but-
money now.
I was gonna say, all we're doing right now is hemorrhaging money.
Yeah.
But
On repairs.
yeah,
repairs,
time,
repairs.
time.
The amount of time that he spends trying to get things in a workable condition so he can do what he needs to do is insane.
Right. So that's money we're gonna save right there.
Yeah.
And then if we sell all the equipment on Purple Wave, we're gonna get the money enough there to maybe make at least a couple
payment,
payments.
yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2. So we're in a better situation there too.
Not to come off topic. Valley Falls called about the bucket truck. That'd be a pack quick. We can't, can we sell that to another municipality without listing on Purple Wave? Valley Falls as a,
Do they have Christmas
Yeah,
decorations? they
Have
need
we
to take
listed
up?
it already with Purple Wave? And you could sell it however the council decides they want to sell it.
I thought, for some reason, I thought it had to be
It was as long as it was fair market value, right?
I thought it had to be like a bidding, like some sort of, you had to offer it up to the city.
Yeah. The only requirement in statute for doing the bidding is if we're doing a project that's going to be over 25,000.
So we can sell it.
The council has discretion on how to do. And of course, you're all politically liable to the other taxpayers to do the right thing and make good decisions. So, I mean,
I just want to make sure that we're
the system's set up so you
They-
wouldn't sell it for
getting done.
$10.
Yeah, right.
They were asking how much we wanted.
They offer you, what did they?
They called Adam. I think Adam called me about it. I was like, I'll talk.
So Valley Falls is interested in it.
Yes.
But
Chris- they have Christmas decorations.
and if they're interested, I mean, like that's one
We're gonna
let
get the
it
Christmas
Christmas
decorations.
Well, it's a lot easier to say, I want 16,000 for it, and if they bring us 16,000, I'll be like, now, we're still waiting on the title. Be advised, the title, we probably won't get the title for another,
3 weeks at
probably
least.
a month,
Well,
I'm guessing.
where's the
Oh, you didn't hear that.
That meeting.
So the bucket truck was never registered to the city of Effingham, so when I went
Or
to go
tagged.
list it on Purple Wave, he's the guy, because I didn't look at the title, he's the one that noticed that it wasn't.
It was still registered to Rainbow.
Still, yeah, well, the people before.
Title.
No, Carson Comms Rainbow.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's still titled to the previous owners.
And not registered to anybody.
Yeah, so I got it taken care of. I'm just waiting to see to keep it's on this title. We do have the tag for it. It's on the
We had to pay for a tag.
That was $50.
Can we roll the? Oh, it doesn't matter. You can't transfer it because it's one time.
It's ridiculous.
It was super funny when I called the county treasurer asking about it, and she was like, "I don't think it's ever been registered to the city of Bingham." I was like, "Ooh." But yes,
He's lucky
take
that
notes.
was not involved in any accident.
Yeah, you got
For
that
real.
right. Especially a work comp
Oh
accident.
my God, we would have been in so much trouble.
Yeah.
It is now registered to the city.
It was insured,
It was insured.
but also if it wasn't registered, it shouldn't have been on the streets at all,
No.
ever
No.
doing anything.
No. Getting back to this,
Yeah.
I think the 7. I personally, I mean, that's my personal preference is 7.
For both pieces of equipment,
Yes.
Yes. Because, I mean,
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I work, well, I mean, I worked for Power Electrical Contractors for many years and Kansas City Power Light before that. And they use these kind of programs and they went through some of theirs system through CAT. I don't know if it was that same one or not, but we never had a problem with people coming in. You know, if we had a bad truck, they came in, got it, brought us a new truck, took that as one way. And I mean, it was always top notch. And I know Austin said he's never had a problem with them at all either.
And Brett's up here like once every 2 weeks. It's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. So I have a lot of. It's not. They're accessible.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
They're not somebody you have to get no
Yeah, I
automated
don't- I
phone
don't have
call
to
and all
call
that.
them.
No, you don't have to do all that. So, I mean, I don't know if we want to
I
do
was just-
something here
Are
tonight.
are you wanting to make a motion? Are
I
you
do.
wanting to get this signed and put into place?
I do.
Let's go for it.
I make a motion that we go with Cat Foley on a 7-year lease for a skid steer loader or skid steer and a backhoe for the 7-year lease.
All in favor? Or no, do I have a second? I'll second. God, I'm not listening tonight. Jenna seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We will get you new equipment.
There you go.
Some of me and Max were talking about, the new bucket probably gonna have teeth on it. So when we do lift the top gap, we probably list it with that. Our smooth bucket, that pick
That's
it
fine.
up. And then I'm keeping the grapple, keeping on.
What was his name, Brett? You said
Red.
he said that would be fine to keep some of our current stuff too, didn't he?
Yeah,
Do they have different hookups you'll have to adapt?
it's,
Oh.
they're incredibly useful.
Okay.
And if they do, couplers are cheap compared to
Yeah.
new crap.
Absolutely. What do they only give you one bucket with that?
So with yes.
And then if you need anything,
If I need
attachments?
something, I'll call them. They'll tell me, hey, it's
You
gonna
can
cost
demo
this
it.
much to rent, and then we'll rent it. You know, if I have like the biggest thing is demoing the brush hog to make sure it can do what we need it to do, and then as soon as I know it does, I'm getting rid of our brush hog, the tractor.
Could you even do that this year? Okay.
I still got time to demo the brush hog.
Okay.
And I told Brett, I was like, once we get this done, probably October, I'll be getting a rake from him, a power rake, so I can do alleys and gravel alleys. Because there's a bunch of alleys that we have that are just nobody knows they're alleys because they're covered in grass, but they're still gravel.
Yeah.
Ours is not covered in grass anymore.
Don't do all
My
that.
husband got so bad because it's been covered in grass. He used all of our spray on the alley. So now our alley doesn't have grass.
But you can rent those for just certain months too, right?
Only it'll be short term. It'd be like for the rake, I'd rent it for like 2 weeks. I'd rent the rake,
yeah.
do the alleys.
Yeah.
That works.
Brush hog, I'd rent it for mowing season.
Yeah.
And then take it back. Kind of
Well, I mean,
not anything, and then that keeps us out of having to store it,
Mhm.
have to maintain it, have to do any of that junk to it. They will literally come bring it up on the trailer, drop it off. I'll use it and call them and be like, hey, come pick it up. I'll do it.
well, we're going to be back to the situation where we were before, like whenever Keith Tolbert was here. We had great equipment, and Keith could do his job and do it well because he had the equipment to do it.
Yeah.
And your hours, I mean, the hours you're spending on all this junk that we have right now, that all goes to where you can spend those doing productive things for the city. Not that you're not,
But you can be even more productive
but I mean,
if you're not trying to fix stuff.
and plus it's a
Well,
good,
You might have a normal hour.
plus it's a good image for Effingham also.
The lawnmower room?
Yeah.
It's a good image for Effingham also, is that we actually have equipment
Yeah.
that works and we're
Yeah, and to be honest, like I'm not gonna say it's a bad look, but right after I got hired on, one of my buddies called me and he's like, "You gonna be driving that backhoe that's bouncing all over the place when you're going down a smooth road?" That shitty. But yeah, the lawnmower busted. One of the lawnmowers. Same thing that was wrong with the other lawnmower where the hydrostat's leaking. It's $80. I took the hydrant. It would have been more if I had taken the whole lawnmower down. But I took the hydrostat out, took it down to the end of the day. So
Does the city have two mowers?
yep. We fixed the small Ferris in June, I think. Had a same leak. And then this one, when they pulled out, because I was gonna go mow yesterday, mow Veterans Court, and the tire was flat on it. And I was like, man, there's a bunch of oil underneath of it. So we pulled it in the shop, jacked it up, took the tires off, pulled the hydrostat today, had the tires plugged, and I took it the hydrostat back to my son back home. But Max was up here with that, and we did.
Something. We just posted a little gravely for sale for like $1,500.
I don't want to. These are really good mowers. Ferris are really good mowers.
they're good
Not
hours.
maintained properly. I don't know when the last time they're maintained. I planned on patching them together till mowing season's over and then fixing them. I pulled the weed eaters off the wall because we got 4 weed eaters out of this full lot of funds.
One.
I won't even make a comment on that.
So
I have my thoughts
both
on
of our
that.
chainsaw.
My comment.
I don't know the last time any of those.
Which one?
Both our chainsaws.
Probably
Yeah.
Jimmy was here.
Yeah.
No, Jeff did trim one of the school trees when they had some branches hanging and nobody else would come do it. He did go up there and do that. I know it is. Or it was gonna fall on some kid's head.
Well, I think if, as long as you are doing, I don't know.
It's just a good idea that we did this.
Anyway, I will call Brett,
Get the paperwork.
get everything in motion. He's gonna be out tomorrow. He was at the shop today, dropped off the paperwork. We got everything in order to where all I need is I've got the sales agreements for both of them, but it's basically a mock draw up just so we knew what we needed in place. We got everything in place. Brett will have all the real paperwork for me on Monday.
Insurance coverage on it. We have to get our insurance coverage on it?
Pretty sure Brett said the insurance.
There's
coverage
insurance
it.
on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Insurance
says
on it.
insurance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't have to.
It's like they probably make us carry that insurance on it,
Yeah.
so.
Wait, did he? You might double check on that because I feel like they said, yeah, you could do insurance, but it would be cheaper if we did it on our own. I feel like I remember.
Yeah, I
something
remember
like that.
comment.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So there is one for with insurance, but let's just see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll talk to Brett, and then I'm sure he's got all the information on both the models. He can probably call our insurance people and be like, what's
What can you quote us
the
here?
quote on it? And then just bounce it off chat's quote.
Okay.
That'll work.
Right.
I'm sure we'll have to have insurance.
Next one is the shelter house. So the first page is what the adjuster did. The second page is we already received the check for it.
Yes.
So then are the 2 bids that we still have, L&L and Gaskell. The L&L,
9,500 on L&M.
the shingle roof is 95. Yep. And
That was in June, so if the prices have changed a lot, I shouldn't be that bad. Too much.
Gaskell's 13. I go with.
Most of the time your bids are good for 30 days.
Yeah, either way, I'm gonna have to call them back out. I would assume that they're gonna be similarly quoted, if that makes sense.
They probably were not going to go up a lot.
Yeah.
If they go up, maybe they might go up a couple $100.
Yeah,
Dollars.
like
And L&L, they they have somebody else come in and do, it's not actually L&L, it's a company, they have people, they subcontract it
Subcontract. Oh.
to people in St.
But our contract is with L and L,
Yeah,
so
our
we're
contract would
covered.
be with L&L, but it's, there's some people out of St. Joe that will come.
So we just need to go with that.
I would.
I
I
know.
mean, why would we
I know
spend
they do.
$13,000 versus $9,500?
But if you guys want me to get new bids, I can also call Pat and have him come out.
I would just maybe add, are we wanting to go with L&L if it's close to that?
It's really close to what the amount of the check.
I would say as long as it's close to that.
You also, well, but here's what you have to take into consideration also. They did the replacement cost value at 10,282. We had $1,000
Yeah,
deductible
that's true.
and we still get $9,200.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
come out of this, only have to pay $300.
Yeah,
We're good.
I think if it's like 10,000 or less from L&L,
Okay, there you go.
don't you think?
Yeah.
I would say if it's at or below what the
10,000.
Replacement
We're-
Oh
value.
yeah,
value
replacement. That's good.
I'm not sure.
Make a mo-
just say it.
We got this much to spend.
I'll make a motion that we accept, or we go forward with having L and L do the repair on the shelter house roof with shingles, not to exceed 10,282.
Oh, I beat your finger.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion.
Did they look at the blue building?
While we're on this, we discussed doing an insurance claim at the last meeting for the shop lean-to, but nothing was ever decided on it.
Let's do, I would do one, do it.
I just need, the adjusters already got all the paperwork, we just need to make the insurance claim. But nobody ever said we were gonna do it, so.
Let's
being
make
that,
one.
Like, we're
Yeah.
gonna bring it up.
What about the blue building? Did we talk about that? Like what?
There's no
With the
insurance.
insurance, there's no insurance on that.
Do it.
There's no insurance on that, no insurance payment on that.
We can't make an insurance claim on anything. Is that what you're talking about?
We can't on the blue
Nope.
building?
Why?
It's just age. And there's nothing, the wind didn't cause it, hail didn't cause it.
Just like those dents in the front, you know, we talked about the damage to the front.
Yeah.
Oh no, somebody like pushed the bench into the wall,
Oh,
front
wow.
wall. Like look at it. Sometime when you go by there, it matches perfectly where that bench is.
The big rubber band?
Yeah, the heavy one that's,
Oh,
yeah.
That's probably happened at a dancing party.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but it had to be, for it to dent the building like it
It had to
did,
be a card that did it.
it had to be something because it is dented.
I knew, I didn't realize that. I guess I'd forgotten.
I don't think insurance is gonna cover it.
Okay. But they did do both L&L and they did do something with the blue building, right?
yeah, there's bids on it.
I thought we said we were gonna table that for next year, maybe.
Are we?
And-
That's what I thought.
I talked to BRT too, Tim Beardway, and said,
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea, yeah. Get 3 quotes, that'd be best.
Give it a shot.
Oh, yeah.
You did that, my little dad too.
Yeah.
I saw him. He works for us.
Why not?
We're moving on tonight, man.
Okay.
Sort of.
We're getting stuff done.
Done on that one? I'm kind of tired of spending money tonight, folks. It's not even my money.
Well, we only spent money on one thing.
Oh wait, a lot of things.
Yeah, how much
No,
money
we
do
didn't spend it on the roof.
How much money do we
Not
even have?
Well, not as bad though.
How much money do we even have? Do we know?
We don't know.
We don't have enough to do the blue building.
No, we don't have enough to do the roof.
I was like, please don't.
But we don't know
please
what we
don't,
have
not right
anyhow.
now.
But we
Just
don't,
build a new building for what they
but we don't know what we have anyhow, so.
Oh,
Let me see.
better. Not
Is this a phone plan?
On the credit application form that
Oh, yeah.
Lisa filled out.
This is QuickBooks. Oh yeah.
Oh, this is QuickBooks?
On the credit,
I thought it was going like. Hold up.
What is it? Gold? Platinum? Diamond?
on the credit application for the Foley, the amount in the checking is $418,598.76
In general or collectively?
in the general, in the checking account. So that would be
Let's see that.
collectively. I think.
Yeah, but then
We need to
can't
know
use
on
it all.
by fund.
Yeah.
One of these days, I mean, we've got to know by fund. We have not known by fund since
I
last
feel like we can't put that on there.
month
that
and
it's not in a specific
year and
line,
6 months ago.
because
right?
we can't use sewer money to put that on.
But that's in
That's why
check.
I'm done.
That's just a credit application. That's not a budget.
That's the last time we
Right,
had
right.
a kind of report to show.
Yeah, but that also is gonna let them know that we can get the lease or not get the lease. We have the overhead or we don't.
Yeah, but we don't, with G-Works, we don't know what is in what fund. Because of G-Works, they're still working on journal entries to correct that. That's why it's been like with Christina all of those times. Is Christina is identifying what's like, hey, this needs to go into this fund. Contact G-Works to switch it over. That's what's been taking so long. Is G-Works, when they switched over everything, it messed up where we put money into funds and take money out of funds.
So that's why we haven't been
I feel
able to
like
get
this
an
is new
update.
information.
Well,
Christina
here's my
helped them
question.
fix it.
And here's my, I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna back up a minute. Here's my question is, why is it that Christina can find it and we can't?
It's we know what it is, but it's knowing how it's sorted, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the other part of the question is, maybe I'm going up on the wrong topic here, the wrong subject, but we're paying two times for our accounting stuff. Get one, you're tracking me with me?
It's not what you're supposed to do.
So I'm just gonna make that statement. I'm gonna shut up.
Okay. So, and yeah, so G-Works is messing up with all of the funds where we put it in. So we might put in a sewer check for taxes or whatever, and G-Works will send it to Blue Building. So we have, when we do the bank reconciliation, we can see the amount, we know we got that check, but that's all we see on our side. When we send the financials and everything to Christina, she sees what fund it is in, then we have to correct it in G-Works. Does that make
I see.
sense?
No, I see what you're saying, but I still say why?
It's double work.
Why are we getting? Well, Christina's doing the same work as here.
Yep.
So we're getting double
double.
whammied on us.
Yep.
And I'm like, why in the hell? Why are we spending twice money? You see what I'm saying? Where I'm going on this? I mean, there's got to be a way that we can see what Christina's seeing. Why can't we see what Christina's seeing? Because
So
we
if
got
we get QuickBooks, then that will fix the issue with that.
100%.
100%.
Well, as far as I know,
It should.
You'll be able to see where,
it should.
well, you'll be able to see if you put a
well,
check
we'll
in
know
this
because
fund, you'll
that's
be
why
able to
we
see.
need to do
yes.
that's why we need to do the double books for at least a minimum of 3 months.
I'm
A
exceeding
minimum
myself for
of 3 months.
So that's why we talked to Christina. She would like to start in October as well
On
With QuickBooks?
QuickBooks.
with Quick.
Which QuickBooks?
QuickBooks Enterprise. QuickBooks Desktop Enterprise is what it's
That's
called.
what
Is
it's
that-
That's what I printed off.
Right here.
so we got an annual prescription. What's the difference? Okay, well,
So
go
there's
here.
gold, platinum, and diamond. You can see a little bit of their different things. I don't believe we need platinum or diamond. I think gold is just fine. We don't need 30 users. You know?
Well, we don't need like down the bottom down here. After you read over here and then you come over here, it says advanced inventory. We don't have inventory.
Nope.
Advanced pricing. We don't do pricing. Bill and PO workflow approvals. We don't need that. Intercompany transactions. We don't have intercompany.
Yeah.
In QuickBooks Time Elites, is that payroll? No,
No, because that would be.
that's something else.
Yeah.
Why do we need two users?
One for myself and one for Lisa.
Can't share. It's not allowed to share that.
I can make sure before we purchase, but when we were doing like the central square, we had originally went with one user and they're like, I could either use it or she could use it, but we both couldn't use it at the same time.
So if you do
Well-
2 users, does it give you access to look at the same documents at the same time?
On the second page,
Sorry.
that's okay. On the second page, you'll see like number 5, QuickBooks Enterprise Cloud Access.
Oh, okay.
So then with that, yes,
So that's additional charge per month.
yes,
So you go in and stick in that 32.22 and add in 179.20.
correct. So with gold, 2 users, cloud access, on the very top right, it shows $447.20 per month. And that's what it would be.
Per month.
That's fine, great.
Currently, GWorks is 5,000
That's a year though, isn't it? Is that a month or a year?
a year.
So we're talking,
So it's cheaper than, it's comparable to what GWorks is.
Yes.
And then will we have to hire a separate company for the water billing though?
Yes.
And then it's encompassed in GWorks now.
Correct.
Okay, so then it is more expensive.
It's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but you'll be able to get the access and you'll be able to get help.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot more help.
okay, run that by me again here.
Just time out
We're,
1
we're
second.
looking at going gold, right?
Hold on, just time out 1 second.
So that's how much it would be per month,
Per month,
447.
yeah.
All right, sorry. I wasn't calculating on that one.
So Christina says she would use Enterprise.
Yeah, desktop enterprise.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
We're talking
Okay.
about.
And
Those are just 3 different levels of it.
Oh, no, these are all desktop enterprise. They're just 3
She
different
didn't,
levels.
she didn't specify that.
No, she-
We agreed that we don't need a lot of the like the bold print, the bold prints, we don't need those.
Company.
So it's $5,364 a year.
Plus
Wait, what?
whatever we have to pay for, plus whatever we have to
So-
pay.
This is for 1 person. This is for 2 people. Then if we get the cloud access, otherwise we're going to have to try to hook up the computers and run off of the same data set.
But if we do that, then it might be a
But I
lot.
thought the cloud is what was screwing everything up the last time.
On what?
GWorks.
Or when it rolled over.
For GWorks, yeah. But this is starting
Yeah, I
off on the
understand.
cloud.
I understand.
So this desktop, it can only be on 1 computer?
With
The 2 users, it can be on 2.
Yeah,
yes.
2 users. they
But
can
you're
have
gonna
2.
clarify to make
No,
sure.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, could we get away with 1 user?
No, he was just saying, we can't really,
But what is the up to
He's
30
gonna
users
ask when
with
he
custom
does it,
roles and
so.
permissions?
Yeah. So
What
I
is
will
that?
find out.
Because that doesn't make sense.
do what?
It says up to 30 users with custom roles and permissions.
Yeah. I
Oh,
can find
yeah.
out why. Because this one, it says users too. Like, we had to specify how many users. So I don't know for sure, but I can clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the sort of, we're looking into it. We're not, just riding on our laurels. But these are questions that I know we can ask you. What to look for.
Does this have timekeeping capabilities and all that kind of stuff?
I wonder if that's what that QuickBooks Timey Lead is.
Because we need timekeeping, guys. I'm not even like that's not even negotiable at this point. I don't
It's
feel.
got QuickBooks Desktop enhanced payroll.
Uh-huh. Well, that's
Right.
something that-
But does it have a time clock?
That I don't know.
But you said, doesn't that one thing have a time clock? The Kansas. Never mind.
I feel like we were talking about something like that, because we were talking about how I'd have to log into different things
Yeah.
throughout the day because of how many max times.
Yeah.
I just can't remember what program to talk
I
about.
can't remember either.
That can all be done at the end before you get paid out. Like you can separate your
Right.
hours into different accounts or
And that's
whatever.
what they do.
Yeah.
That's what Lisa's already doing for us. That's how what we account for.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not, all right.
So I will ask if it has time clock.
I'm asking for timekeeping because we have got to find a way to streamline payroll because payroll
Agreed.
should not
I
take
agree.
a whole entire day to process 15 checks.
I agree.
Is that because she is splitting out your time?
But even that's only 2 checks. No, it's like
Just to add,
I don't feel like there should be. I don't feel like
Payroll
we
should
should
be
be manually entering times on every single employee. Like it
Yeah,
needs
I
to
don't
be able to
disagree with
flow.
that.
Payroll should be one of your easiest processes.
It's one of our most difficult ones it seems right now.
it is. So entering one person's time for one singular day. So you click on like Monday. It takes 9 to 10 clicks on a regular person. Drop down menu. So click, drop down, go over, click, drop down, click, update, finalize.
Like, and
That's why we need a time clock. So it
That's
just
that makes sense.
goes
one
in.
person.
It just flows over.
With Ryan and Max, it's almost doubled because we have to do
The
the CC
different- yeah.
overrides.
I agree. I mean, I know on that.
Yeah. But it's just for one. It's not optimized that.
And is that payroll through G-Works too?
Yes. So with
GWorks has time clock capabilities, but we can't.
Figure it out.
Well, not that we can't figure it out. It's never been looked into.
I think.
And
were
that's
told
something
We
that
were
the
told
whole-
originally it
They
doesn't.
had done.
Then when Bill started working here, we're like, oh,
Oh, I think I've never heard, yeah.
they
that
do
sounds
have
familiar.
time clocks.
Okay, well, I'm gonna throw another little wrench. Okay, let's say we go with the gold. And we have 2 users. Now, we're gonna run 2 sets of books. Okay, so we're still gonna have to have Christina working on the G-Works side of it because we can't get the reports and everything that we need off of G-Works anywhere
until the end of the year.
until the end of the year. But then, at the end of the year, let's say whenever QuickBooks goes great, when you're having problems with it, it's flying great and everything. So we ex-nay G-Works at the end of the year. And we switch to QuickBooks. Now, we need to be in a position where we don't have to rely on Christina for everything that goes on in our software system. Because right now, like I said, we're paying 2 people for the same thing and can't keep doing that. So,
Or we're paying 3.
well, no, we're paying, and we don't even know. I mean, have you guys seen a bill from Christina? I've not seen a bill.
I haven't seen a check register in a long
So
time.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, like.
So
I'm
I don't even know
already
how much we're paying Christina.
I haven't seen
I
invoices
don't touch
or
money pretty much at all.
So I don't even know how much we're paying Christina.
I can't be trusted.
So
on my way in, I thought about a way to steal already, and it's like, well, that would be easy. I could do that. I
No.
won't.
No, he lost.
but I'm just saying we need to have all this stuff thought out because we don't want to run into this like we ran into Central Square, and we don't want to run into it like we ran into it with G-Works, which we didn't do G-Works, that was before us.
Yeah.
But we need to think this process through.
That's
Have we heard any more about getting our money back from Central Square?
I have to call them. I'm busy at work.
That's fine.
so that's why I wanted to bring it up. So that way,
No, I agree.
These are perfect questions. Time clock. Why do we need 2 users? If it's up to 30 users,
Yeah.
can we use 2 computers? Is it just one? Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you're in the same office, maybe it's okay. Maybe you won't need the cloud.
Back to that Martin video. I'm getting tired
Yeah.
of seeing
If we're in
guys.
the same office, do we need?
You
Yeah.
need to use the 2 user or web based.
But we need a system where you can use it and she can use it.
Yeah.
So I mean, we need to have that in place for sure.
The next 2 pages are, or my next 3, are the thoroughbred and redline. So when I did the CCMFOA email, you always look at City Clerk and Municipal Finance Officers Association email. I asked, we're moving away from G-Works. We're looking at QuickBooks. What utility services are there that people recommend? I got Redline, Jayhawk, and Thoroughbred.
You love your Jayhawk.
I've heard from many people, don't do Jayhawk.
Thoroughbred's the one I've heard is the best.
I've heard
Doesn't somebody around here uses red line too? Is it Lancaster or they use Thoroughbred?
I don't think it's Lancaster because
That's what she said.
the guy that Jake, he does
Robinson?
Lancaster and they do.
He does Robinson.
Yeah, and they do Thoroughbred. Thoroughbred. It's like Thoroughbred Shepherd. Going down in Thoroughbred. But yeah, they use Thoroughbred. And then there was another one that used Thoroughbred that they worked with because they said that Thoroughbred was the two that they
Wasn't
were.
that Everest and Robertson? So,
Might have been
Oh,
Lancaster.
Everest.
Everest. And
Everest
yeah,
is
Everest.
Thoroughbred.
So I mean, I don't know anything about red line, so I don't know. I can't make a statement on it.
Yeah. So I was going to reach out to those cities to see what they like, what they dislike, if they moved away from one or the other,
yeah,
see what would happen.
perfect.
But these are the two utility systems that we're sort of looking at.
So I think we can narrow it down to Thoroughbred and Red Line then.
And they have to work with,
But they both work with Neptune 360. Yep. It would not give me a cost. I'd have to schedule the demo and then everything like that. Redline does give the option to download a free trial. I don't know what that free trial entails. But
Just call them and find out.
yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Hopefully we're looking at October, like I said, to get everything
Can you
sort of
have-
lined up.
Can you have this at the next meeting? Additional information on it?
Thoroughbred
Yes.
lets you add on ACH auto pay and the credit, they can do a credit card one too.
Oh, that's good.
That'll be good.
So I'll bring more information to the next meeting.
Appreciate it. Ms. Townshend, no.
And then the last,
if I can like, go to sleep.
Critical violations.
Give me a blanket.
the next 7 are just ordinances.
Because we're good to go to publish on the.
Yes, so Pat had requested that the ordinances look however they do now. I got a hold of Civic Plus, they were able to get it. So now if you click on legal notices, ordinances, it takes you directly to the ordinances page where I can upload them, resolutions, and then other legal notices.
Was it live? I know.
Yes. So I wanted to make sure it went live and it was in the way it needs to be. Pat and I talked earlier as well in email about the publication. So there's like an affidavit of
We raised our dam fee to $500 weeks ago.
there's an affidavit of publication that I'll need to do as well with each of these. I had asked if we needed 2 signatures, but Pat said we only need the 1.
Yeah, I mean, the important part is making sure is making sure that we have a screen capture or a PDF showing that it's actually on our website.
Okay.
You know, that's way better than having 2 people in the same office sign off on something to say it was done.
Yeah. I was thinking more future wise. If I wasn't here, then somebody could say it's done, sign off, as some of the previous ones were done.
Well, but I think that.
I don't want anything the way the previous ones.
If we have either the HTML file or the PDF file, say, or
Oh, wow.
screenshot or something, say,
No, never. But I'm thinking, because how big of a mess of ordinances were when I got here? And I didn't, like, I'm not gonna do it, but
You're saying like in
the
37 years when you
needs
retire.
prevention. You know, the past needs
You're
prevention.
looking out for the future.
Yes.
Yes.
The best interest of the city.
Yes. Yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's refreshing for a clerk.
Yeah, we're not living in the past. We're actually
So,
Adam's looking forward to the future.
I appreciate that.
but
And all the vehicles are tagged and titled.
Let's not ask. Ordinance 25-01 is it's a nightmare.
Never cry.
Modifying the reconnection policy for water service.
Is that 01 though?
01.
Have we not
Yes.
done any?
We did a charter ordinance
But-
to
okay.
put these on the website.
Perfect.
Before that, there was no other ordinance. For modifying the reconnection policy.
These are all the same font.
These are all from the same
Is that the
attorney, so they're all the same font, they're all the same size.
I like this.
Very nice.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Are you gonna update the rest of them so they're all look like?
No,
I just like the same font size.
Yeah. After these 7 are done, I can go in and update the code of ordinance book for January and have a brand new one if you'd like.
It's just like I just can't stand it when there's 85 different fonts.
I
and
will change
sizes and-
each paragraph to a different font. You want 185, I got it. Not 85.
in different
Italics.
and
Color, bold wingdings, throw some emojis.
Emoji. That's spicy.
I can update it for January if you'd like.
It's
December-
it's just me. It is just
I can do it as a Christmas.
No, it
gift.
really.
it's just
Merry
me.
Christmas. I updated your font size.
December, I'll take everyone's books and rip it all out and put it new. Does that
Yeah,
sound?
so we'll have. Yeah, because
Because-
January coming is gonna be, there's gonna be probably a couple different faces sitting here.
Yeah.
What? I'm
At
not gonna be
least
sitting in
3.
this chair.
We're gonna be sitting in that chair.
Maybe not. Just because I put in doesn't mean people gonna vote.
As long as like 5 people vote, I think you're fine.
Yeah. Okay, are we just need to sign these or what?
You won't sign those, you'll sign these. These are the special ones.
Do we have to adopt all of these
We
ordinances?
do.
Oh,
So we'll
you
have
just
to go
the
through-
numbers on them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know it's been a while since we did it. If you want to read over, make sure.
I better use the phone.
if you want to take them up the next meeting, you could, if you want to take them over, read it all. Yeah.
Our next meeting's what, 2 weeks?
September 10th. September 10th, I
Yeah,
would
that hearing
rather not.
too.
Yeah,
For that hearing.
budget
for the
hearing,
Budget hearing.
Oh, I know.
R&R hearing. I'm very nervous about it, so I have a detailed agenda that you all will follow.
Why are you nervous?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did tell you. Well, there's very specific things that need to be followed.
Yeah.
Like during that.
So, like when I was in Topeka doing the class, one municipality ended, like they went to recess, but they never reconvened, like in their wording for the minutes, and the state fined them because it ended the budget hearing without actually ending the budget hearing, and the audience couldn't make
Yes,
comments.
questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
State.
So it's very like I just want to make sure everything is
The way it should be.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
And September 10th, is that our R&R
yes.
hearing?
It's been published
It's at what time?
5:30.
And then just a regular meeting after.
So it'll go R&R hearing because it has to be signed first. Then we adopt budget, so the budget hearing, and then we can go straight into the regular meeting.
3 meetings.
So bring snacks that night.
Maybe the gas station will be able to come up with this.
Maybe.
For it.
Yeah, I'm really hungry. I ate garlic bread with lunch. 3 little people.
I choked on 3 chicken nuggets running out the door.
You're good.
I pulled in the driveway at 5:27, threw Lincoln out of the van, and
Threw
raced
us.
here.
You
Not
threw
really threw him, but
I know.
run him inside, grabbed some chicken nuggets, ran out the door. So my whole life is running.
You want to wait to
Actually,
do these
much
next
skinnier.
meeting, or you want to do them now?
You'd rather not.
If we're gonna wait, which is fine, I don't mind. But instead of doing it at the 10th, could we do it the second meeting in September?
I kind of, I don't know. I mean, I can do, we can do it now.
We could do it now.
Do you just want to, should we just read them out loud? You know, or do we have to read them? Can we read them silently to ourselves?
I'm kind of tired of hearing my voice today, so.
I'm not.
I say we have Ryan read them to us.
Other duties assigned.
Every designated grade level.
This is right there. I don't believe that you read it. I don't love that.
Okay, I read it as 6.
Well, if we want to,
It's more like it.
if we want to do them now, we can.
I think let's just knock them out. I think
Yeah,
that's not an
25.
issue.
Basically, it's just the one
Just
that.
time.
The clock back.
I know.
Put it over here.
It's 8:02.
Honestly, I'm done. Like I'm through.
Okay.
We can wait.
Would you rather wait
It's
for another
fine.
month?
No, it's fine. We don't.
I
need
mean,
to
I
wait.
can, I don't mind reading them real quick. You know, if you guys wanna read
Might
them,
as
check it
well.
out.
The main things that change are vicious dogs are vicious dogs. They're not dog breed specific. Water connections are now the $100 connection fee, not a water deposits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tampering fees have gone up. All the fees have increased.
But I do want to point out the reconnection policy is that payments must be made in full before water service is restored.
Yep.
Yes.
So he was right when he told her to do that. Well, yeah, but he was just.
I'm with that.
It was good
So,
practice.
Do we want to do them one? Do we do them one at a time?
You should do it.
Okay.
You have to read them.
May I make
You
motions
do
on
not
them?
have to read.
You have to make
It's
motions on them?
silently read them.
What it's like motion to adopt ordinance number 25 or 2025-01.
I'll do the first.
That's
one.
all we need to do. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So
I'll do
this
the first one.
First one's
I'll
like,
make a
when I take
motion.
your turn.
I make a motion that we adopt ordinance 2025-01.
I guess you should probably say the title so we make sure.
Oh,
An ordinance amending subsection 10, section 10-201, article 2, chapter 10 of the code of ordinance of the city of Van.
Modifying.
modifying the reconnection policy for water service.
Okay,
I'll second it.
all in favor? Oh,
Aye.
we do roll
We have to
call.
do a roll call vote.
No.
Not if people.
Okay, any opposed? Passed.
Move on to ordinance 2025-02. Is that right?
Yes, an ordinance amending sections of 10-101 and 10-102 of the Code of Ordinance of City of Effingham affecting water meters and water rates.
I move that we. Oh, I forgot the words were already. I make the motion that we approve, adopt the ordinance number 2025-02, an ordinance amending sections 110-101 and 10-102 of the Code of Ordinances, City of Effingham affecting water meters and water rates.
Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed.
Third one is an ordinance amending sections 10-110 and 10-114 of Article 1, Chapter 10, maximum fines for violations. This is where the $2,500.
They found guilty.
Yeah.
And then when we changed it for tampering 500.
Temporary fee has gone up to 500.
Yeah.
Which has to be paid before the service is restored.
I'll make a motion that we pass ordinance number 2025-03. Ordinance submitting sections 10-110 and 10-114. Chapter 10 of the Code of Ordinance for the City of Effingham, increasing the maximum fees for violations.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed?
Sorry, no, I'm not opposed. I
Approved.
approve.
Passed.
Ordinance 2025-04 is regarding utility deposits. We will thankfully no longer have water deposits. It will just be a connection fee.
Does it say what it is? How much the connection?
The connection fee in the front, in the first ordinance that was passed is $100. Maybe it was in the first one. Maybe it's on the second one.
That's solid.
$100 connection fee. At the time of making application for water service, each customer desiring utility service shall be charged a non-refundable connection fee of $100.
I make a motion, we pass ordinance number 2025-04, an ordinance repealing subsection 5, section 10-210, article 2 regarding utility deposits.
Does it need to say that?
I'll second.
Yes, repealing.
Yeah.
What
Like-
part do you mean?
Well, the other ones say for the city of Effingham. On the top.
An ordinance amending first published. I don't see what you're saying. Oh, I see. Code of ordinance in city. of
Does that need to
Effingham.
say city of Effingham? Is it okay?
It says city of Effingham right below it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think we're fine then.
That means in the titles. City of Effingham, this one doesn't.
They probably should be. We can fix it.
Sorry, passing it with the
And
amendment of the city of Effingham being put in the title.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
You have it in Word format.
Yes.
You know, we can change that for you. So.
Okay. Can you second in that one? All in favor?
I
Opposed? Yes.
Number 5, ordinance 2025-05. Amending the code of ordinances, city of Effingham related to penalties for violations of the city's animal ordinance. So this is dogs running at large.
vicious.
No. Vicious dog.
and vicious relating to vicious animal.
No, it's
Nope.
Oh, really?
running at large prohibited should be the very first big 2-01. So I might have forgotten. Right, so go to the third one that you guys have left. Does that one show running at large prohibited?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the one I have. It's 12505.
Which one running at large is 2025-05?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I put it in the wrong.
I don't know. I don't see one running at large.
It should.
It's,
Should have been the last one.
2101.
Yep,
Right here,
run
running
over.
at
Oh,
large.
okay.
Which one?
101.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so
That
this
should
should
be
be
05?
05?
Yes, that one is the
This should be 05.
Okay.
I make a motion, we
Yes.
pass,
Oh, okay.
I make a motion, we pass ordinance 2025-05. Amending section 2-101 of the Code of Ordinances for the city of Effingham, Kansas relating to penalties for violations of the city's animal ordinance.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Yes.
And then number 6, ordinance number 2025-06. I have as failure to license a dog as required by the code of ordinance.
I make a motion that we adopt ordinance number 2025-06, an ordinance establishing penalties for failure to license a dog as required by the Code of Ordinances in the city of Effingham, Kansas.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
So that's my dog.
Sign it up.
2025-07 is enacting section 2-103 relating to vicious animals. So this is the definition of a vicious animal.
I make a motion we adopt ordinance number 2025-07, an ordinance amending chapter 2 of the Code of Ordinances of the city of Effingham, Kansas by repealing sections 2-103 and 2-104 and enacting a new section 2-103 relating to vicious animals.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Who seconded? Sorry. Thank you, Carol.
That was quick. Painful.
No, it's great.
These will not be publish right away. I have to do all the publications and stuff. I'm off tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm looking at next week, Thursday, as well as the video will probably be not next week.
That's fine.
Uh,
We'll forgive you.
Well, maybe inaudible anyway.
it may be inaudible.
Before you, are you ready to adjourn?
That's where we're headed, yeah.
Okay, before you adjourn, I just wanted to say one thing. You may hear, earlier today, I was selected, nominated as a candidate for district judge position. We won't know anything for another 60 days probably, but I just wanted you all to know that.
So we're looking for a new lawyer.
Well, it's unlikely that I would be, I mean, the odds would still be against it. There's 1 in 3, but anyway, I appreciate it.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
So if you get the judge, then
You get the nomination.
I could no longer be a practicing attorney. I could no longer be a city attorney.
Okay.
Could you be our judge?
And when would you go in effect? Like, when
Couldn't
would
or
you
you
take?
don't want to.
I'm so glad.
You could not or you would not.
No, I would not be allowed to. Couldn't hold any other. So,
Could you be our hearing officer?
Jenna said, when would that take effect? If you do,
yeah, I could try 8 days.
so 60 days to know, and then
It would take much longer.
would it be on the ballot or no?
No. It's appointed by the governor.
Nice. How's the covenant?
Like Donovan Brown, Atchison.
No,
Count-
Atchison 11 counties.
Nice.
It's
Left.
workers.
So is there 3?
Yes,
Nice.
Is Kuckelman the judge?
he is already.
So there's more than one.
Yes.
Clearly, I don't know. There's 7 judges in those 2 counties.
Wow. Are we good?
Ready?
I move that we adjourn.
It's almost Adam's bedtime.
Adjourn.
A second.
Okay, or.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The meeting's adjourned.
We're done.
Okay. So do you know who the other